Welcome.
Today we got a DB27.
DB27, 125 cc's of raw power, people. This is the big boy from Tao Tao. It's got a heavy duty everything. As you can see, reinforced frame, bigger shocks, all aluminum up here in the front. It's a beautiful piece, people, and I'm sure it's going to conquer any trail you want to ride. Today we're going to show you how to put it together, and then maybe get my pal, Dorito here, to ride it for the first time. So, strap yourselves in, hold on tight, and be prepared for another episode of Dorito
And the Lucha Cabre.
coming at you now. Let's get on with it, shall we? What we're going to do here is take all the incidentals off, all the wrappings, and you know, the usual stuff that we do here at Dorito.
And the Lucha Cabre.
And then we're going to get it precariously balanced on our safety support item and come back to you once we got all that done.
And that safety support item would happen to be your OSHA safe bucket.
Bucket! You can get it at any Lowe's, Home Depot, or any other company that cares to lend their name in support to Dorito.
And the Lucha Cabre.
Thank you. Welcome back, people! As you can see, we got this set up and ready to do our thing as only we can do. So we've got everything set up in a very simple installation on this. It's really neat. They've made it so easy for you to get your Tao Tao DB27. That's 10 more than the 17, and a bunch more than the 14. Right?
Tell them what we got to do to get it together, Luch.
Well, this one has a mono shock, meaning a one shock that we got to set up too. We'll be doing that. And of course, setting up the front wheel and brake. And other than that, a couple pieces of plastic and handlebars, and you're ready to ride this beast.
Because definitely we can't ride our bike
I thought we'd let that go.
with no handlebars.
I am not participating in this nonsense whatsoever. And if you had any dignity, you would tune out every time that comes on now.
With no handlebars.
I'll wait.
Okay, let's get on with it, shall we?
Okay, so whatever Dorito's going to put on, he's going to put on now. And whatever I'm going to be putting on, I'm going to put on now.
Well, first of all, I'm going to be putting my belly on the seat so Luch can get the monoshock done. So let's get on with it.
We're going to raise up the swing arm so I'm not sure I like this view.
Why don't you do it from that side there, sweetie?
Because no matter which way I look at it, I'm not going to win. Can you see me from down here? I'm not going to win.
Okay, so what are I going to do? Put weight on it?
Yeah, you got to put some weight down on it.
So why don't I get on
Bring
it?
the swing arm up.
Okay.
More. Oh, wait, wow. More. Getting in it. Oh, good. Yes, we're through, people. Okay? Did we say our Loctite?
Loctite. You had it last time.
We need Loctite.
Oh, here we go. Loctite.
It's right there where we left it. In my hand. Now, of course, people, a little goes a long way, so it is, of course, one little down. Make sure it doesn't run down your frame. Run down your frame. Put that on and we can tighten that back up. I'm not sure which way to look at you guys. I'm not sure which way you guys should look at me either.
These handlebars are definitely different. I'm on the fence on them. Luch likes them a lot better. Explain your reasoning, Luch.
You know, these are aluminum. All the fork mounts and everything's all aluminum. It's going to be a lot more sturdy than the steel on the smaller bikes. So it'll take a lot more terrain and more abuse. I think we even got aluminum pedestals on the handlebars. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I didn't say nothing.
He's not gonna either, because then we're gonna go into a geography lesson if he does. Isn't that right, Dorito?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good thing, too. You people out there know what I'm talking about. So now that we've got our monoshock,
I already know what the capital of Thailand is.
you're gonna find out again before this builds through.
No, thank you.
All right, it's got our monoshock tight on there. How's it coming on those handlebars, Dorito?
They're coming quite well. We definitely couldn't ride it.
Kids and pets. Don't ever work with kids and pets. You decide which one he is. Okay, over here we have our plastic chain guard.
I'm a chip.
Okay, I'm gonna put the chain guard on now, people. It's gonna guard the chain. It's important that you guard your chain in case any brush or sticks or rocks or Sasquatch feet,
Sasquatch?
get in your way. You don't want your chain flying off during Sasquatch maneuvers.
I don't want to see these ham squatches.
I'm still looking for him. One day I'll find him.
Well, at least you got a scout duck.
That duck's very important to me. Welcome back, people. While Dorito over here finishes doing the handlebar. You're a little closer, Dorito. Hey, can you stand back a little bit?
I gotta tighten up the handlebars.
Not the handlebar bit again.
I didn't say anything this time, you did. I mean, we couldn't ride this thing without any handlebars.
People, call in, write in. Let us know what you think about that really overplayed joke that he keeps going with.
I didn't start this joke there, Mister.
Mister!
Mister? Remember those guys?
Oh, they had broken wings. They never flew anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to put on our front fender here. If Dorito would get his big paws out the way.
They're not paws. They're those nuts.
These aren't nuts. They're screws. Screw these nuts.
Which nuts?
These nuts!
So checking this bike out, I'm going to grab ride cam here and show you guys in a second after I get this tightened up. I really, really like all this whole setup. It's really cool. I'm definitely impressed with it. We're going to see how it rides. The frame looks really, really cool compared to the DB17, which in another video we're going to compare all the bikes together.
Now that the fender's all tight, how you doing over there on the handlebars?
They're pretty much tight now. Just making sure everything's all
good and
snugged
tight,
up.
good and tight.
Also, too, be sure to use Loctite on these as well.
Loctite on everything, people.
We didn't put that on the video, but we actually did use Loctite. So make sure you use Loctite on it. While Luch goes ahead and gets the number plate on, before we get ready to put the rim on, I'm going to go ahead and grab the camera and the little camera and show you guys what it looks like. No.
I want to be a transformer for Halloween. What do you think?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Dopimus crime. Never mind.
So let's check this out.
All right. Stick it in here like that.
One thing I noticed about this here is the frame. This area here is it's a lot beefier than the other ones. Then we got chrome, instead of the black. We got the chrome wheels, the chrome exhaust. It is a little bit taller. It is a little bit longer. We'll go over the specs after we test ride it.
This is a real beast of a dirt bike. Hey, did you guys know that the DB of DB14, 17, and 27 stands for dirt bike? Not what you guys were thinking, was it? But that's what it stands for.
All right, so let's set this camera down and we'll finish it up. We're going to get the wheel on now. Okay, Luch. After we get the wheel on, we'll get the oil changed, we'll get it fired up, take it for a test ride. Throttle, the clutch cable, all that actually goes up through the number plate and then screws into place right here. It does have to be tightened up a little bit more, Luch.
No, it's not meant to be. It's meant to be loose.
Oh, okay.
It's bottomed out already.
Okay, it's meant to be Luch.
Meant to be loose so it doesn't bind or twist any cables or wiring that you may have up here.
All right.
It's much better that way, people. Trust me, I'm the Luch. I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right, so let's get this thing tilted back so we can get the wheel on.
Now, like the rest of them, you got to get the brake rotor into the caliper, and then...
Is that high enough?
That's pretty good like that. You also have the two different size spacers again. We've gone through this several times already, people. If you would have been paying attention, you would have known what spacer goes on what side. But if you weren't, I'll let you know. The big spacer goes on the brake side. So we just slide that up in there. Like so. Put our axle through there. Lift it up just a little bit. There we go. Now we come out the other side. And do it again here. Lift it up a little bit. Or down a little bit. Up and down, up and down, up and down, you know. Come on, baby. And there we have it, see? Our axle is now protruding. You know about protruding shafts? They get nuts on the end of them. Which ones?
These nuts.
These nuts! So, just
All right.
a little drop will do ya. And off we go, people. Take over!
He's going to get that nut tightened up, and then we're going to go ahead and get it off for our custom stand, and then we'll get right back to you guys. So go ahead and get that nut on there, Luch.
I'm getting this nut on this shaft. Make sure it's tight. All right. Lift it up a little bit. Make sure everything's free. Make sure the brake works. Look at that. Just like clockwork. Whoa. What do we have here? All right, people, we got it off our safety stand. OSHA approved, of course. And we just got the little covers and stuff to put on. And fill it with gas and start her up. Watch Dorito kill himself on this thing. It is a beast, you know. So, it comes with this little, what should we say, nut protector. Right?
Yeah, my
it
nuts
protects your nuts.
Yep, squirrels.
So, squirrels like nuts, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is your squirrel. We're going to call this your squirrel protector then. Protects your squirrels. And you put it on there like that, and you put this protective coating over it. It's also decorative, people. Looks nice. So you just stick that on there, and it says Tao Motor.
All right, so we're going to get the stickers peeled off of this, and then we'll get right back to you guys, all right?
Stay tuned!
Okay, people. Last thing we got to do is we got to get the oil changed. We're going to drop. Hi, Luch. What you doing, Luch? Here, let's sit over here so you guys can talk to Luch while he's down there taking a nap on the concrete.
Well, you know, folks,
Here, let's get this out of the way.
sometimes you just gotta let your sidekick sit and do the job for you. I don't like to get dirty, or messy, or sticky, or greasy, or oily, so I'll sit and watch Dorito do it.
Now, my question is who's the sidekick? Because this is Dorito and the Luchacabra. So, tell me, Luch.
Does this bike make my eyes look green?
Okay, so we got the drain plug there.
Look at that! It's draining the oil!
Isn't that wonderful?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Grab a funnel real quick.
I'll make sure that Dorito doesn't make another mess on the floor.
Hey, Luch, I got an idea. Why don't you mention anything you've noticed the difference between the DB17 and the DB24 here? Anything you've noticed?
This sucker's tall! It's a lot taller than the 17 and twice as tall as the 14, which is almost true because two 14s is 28.
Well, there we go. I guess that's right. You know, one thing, the exhaust is, it's different.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's not just covered, it's actually chrome. Which makes it very pretty.
Yeah. Well, you know, the cool thing about this bike is it's actually, this is a newer model. This hasn't been out too long. They say that it's been improved and everything like that on it. All right, how we doing on the drain there? Pretty good. Okay, so Oh wow, this thing's actually got a magnet as well on the drain plug for it to pick up any shavings, which I think is really cool. I used to work at a lube shop, and that's one thing I did notice. A lot of times when you changed oil and you did have that drain plug that had the magnet on the end, it did pull up any little shavings, which I thought was pretty cool.
Adds a lot of life to your engine, people. That stuff doesn't keep circulating around and destroying vital engine parts.
The bike just came out not too long ago, and I got it, and I really like it. I'm really impressed with it so far. I haven't ridden it yet. We'll have to see how it goes. But
We'll get him on it later.
Yep. But I'd like to give a shout out to Jim over at Superior Power Sports. A really good looking bike. He gave me a good deal on it. If you guys are interested in it, go ahead and check them out. SuperiorPowersports.com.
Great guys.
Ask for Jim Garza. Tell him
Dorito and the Lucha Cabra sent you. And you know, I can't say enough good things about Superior Power Sports. They're great guys with a great product, and we really like what we've seen so far. So check them out, people, and I'm sure they'll do you right like they've done us right. Right?
right.
Right! How you doing down there?
All right, so we're getting the drain plug in here. We're gonna get that tightened up, and then we'll get ready to get our oil in. We're using a synthetic 10W40 with it's a 4-stroke engine oil, full synthetic. It's good for wet clutches and the transmission and engine protection.
Since this one has an actual clutch in it, people, that's got to be good for the clutches. Keep them soft and pliable so you don't slip while going down the trail.
So make sure that you do use a motorcycle oil, and make sure that it says for wet clutch.
Wet clutches.
Very important, people. All right, so got the drain plug tightened up. Let's go ahead and get some oil in here.
Sounds great! You should see it from this angle, people.
It's actually a really good looking bike. I really, really like it.
Looking good, looking good. I gotta tell you, people, not only does it look good, but it feels good. It feels sturdy. You got a lot of ground clearance here. This is gonna conquer any trail you may go on.
You think you can fit on it, Luch?
Hell no, I'm short.
That's why the DB14's around.
You know, I need something more like a DB4.
Do they make it too?
Tao Tao, talk to me, babies. We'll come up with a new design for guys like me. DB4. What do you think down there, Dorito? Did you stab your dipstick?
Yeah, I'm stabbing it again. So let's check it out.
Never satisfied with only one time.
Nope.
Checks it over and over and over.
Well, I'm going to say that's full.
Looks full to me, too.
1 quart of oil.
Exactly 1. How many is that?
1.
1.
So let's go ahead and get some gas in it, and then we'll fire it up. We'll be right back with you guys, all right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and give this thing a start. This one does have a pitcock, so we got to turn it on to the fuel, to the on position. It doesn't have a reserve like the DB17 does. That's one thing I'm noticing that's the difference there. DB17 did have a reserve and on and an off. This just has an on and an off here. So let's see how that goes. Get it to start. Turn on the choke. We do have to choke it, which is on this side. It's opposite side of the other one. Actually, it's the same side. So let's go ahead
He
and
gets
give her a try.
confused between left and right, people. Try it now.
No, that's off.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's off. So maybe it's the choke. Really like the way it sounds. Let's go ahead and get it warmed up, get a helmet on, get a camera on the helmet, take it for a ride, all right?
There you have it, people. Next step, coming at you live. Here's the initial test drive, people. Look at that sucker purr. Wow. It's amazing, people, how big this bike is. It's so big, I'm going to need a step ladder to get to the top of this thing.
All right, guys. So there you have it. We took the DB27 for a ride.
What a beast!
I really like it. It had torque. It seems like it's got a little bit more balls than the DB17, but we'll have to check it out. Anyways, wanted to do a shout out for somebody else that did a couple things for us. Otero Studios. Be sure to check out his stuff. He does a whole bunch of drawing. He did our logo.
Awesome artwork, people. Awesome. Check him out.
So, anyways, this is the DB27.
27.
We're going to do an initial ride and review of it on the next video. The same with the DB14 and the DB17. And we're going to do an initial ride and review of them all. And then go over more on the specs and everything like that on the next video. This was more of an
He's the technical guy.
And a quick ride. So, you know, Luch, he got his stuff a few days ago, and we got this one going on.
That's right. The Great Pumpkin is now Dorito's personal ride.
Yeah.
You can catch him on the next episode of Charlie Brown.
That's what I was just going to say. I feel like Charlie Brown. But
Good grief.
So anyways, guys, I'd like to thank Jim over at Superior Power Sports. He helped us out with this.
You guys rock.
Thank you very much, Jim. Check out Jim Garza over at SuperiorPowersports.com. Talk to him about the DB27. He'll give you guys a good deal. And don't forget to tell him who sent you, Dorito, or Luch.
Dorito and the Lucha Cabre. Right?
Lucha Cabre. So anyways,
that's us.
Tell them that we
don't
sent
forget.
you. And, you know, I really like the bike. I think I'm really impressed with it so far. We'll have to see how it goes. So anyways, thanks for coming in, guys. And take it away, Luch.
What am I taking?
Say goodbye.
Right on, guys. You know, we couldn't do this without you. We love all you guys. And thank you for subscribing and liking our channel. It's all for you, people. So, rock on!
You want to give Fan 1701 a hug?
Good idea! Come here, fan! You're my biggest fan!
Rock on, guys. Peace.